So here are the Orks. That's how I got started. It's my first book. That's how I got started playing the army with this book right here. I'm going to be looking at the mob rule over the years and some of the special stuff that we got to do. 6th and 7th edition was this. This is my first proper codex that I bought, along with this supplement. It was Wild Gaz Skull. Back then, you could take formations. So it's pretty much a book of formations. And the 8th edition codex. I love this book. It was really good. And to currently what we have now, the special edition Beast Snaggers. So we are old school, man. These old battle reports. I used to take notes, try to figure out what I did right, what I did wrong. There's a bunch of those. Yeah, so the OG for me. Once I got involved, I started going back later on, but this is how it jumped off. Goths, Evil Sons, Bad Moons, Snake Bites, Blood Axes, Death Skulls. No freebooters. There's no freebooters, which is weird. It wasn't really much of a difference between the clans. It's just your preference, I guess. But, you know, that's how I loved it. Let's go to the WoW rule. It was extremely fluffy back in those days. On a 1, we fought each other. That's cool, though. And check out the mob rule. That was pretty good because if you had 11 or more models, you were fearless. It was okay. It's not the worst version of the mob rule that we have had. I'll tell you that. It was just a far better concept where you use the amount of boys as your leadership. That was great. And Fury's Charge got sucked into our regular rules. It just became part of our strength, which is way better. Way, way better. It used to be when you were stuck in combat for multiple turns, you started losing your strength. Zagstruck, wow, old Zogwart. What you know about old Zogwart? And Wazdaka Gutsmack. Yeah, man, the memories. This is great. Here we got the 6th edition codex. 6th and 7th. It lasted both editions. I mean, realistically, we actually didn't get the codex until like mid 6th, close to 7th. The artwork's better. Goths, Evil Sons, the Bad Moons, Snake Bites, Blood Axes, of course, the Death Skulls. They finally added the freebooters. Here we got there were some supplements for this edition also. I got those in the stash somewhere. I'll find them. This was, let's see. It's the war gear we could take. War buggies. Remember these? I have a lot of those too. First edition, we got the Morkanaut and the Gorkanaut. Those were our new models. Those are the new ones, the new boys we got. Flash kits also got a proper kit, which was we had to convert them before that. And Gaz, who was a Lord of War. You had to take him as a Lord of War back then. Formations, let's find the WA rule. No, the mob rule, actually. Y and mob. Let's see what goes on here. relics. They still exist to some degree. We got some psychic powers here. Ah, look at my boy. I'm glad they shouted him out in here. I had forgotten that. At least we know what happened to him. They didn't just kick him out of the book. So that's something. Super Horde Detachment. Loved it. 9 troop choices. We flood the table with green. That's the real green tide. And here we are. The rules. Here we go. This version of it was only a single die reroll. It was all right, but it was better in other editions. The mob rule. This one was legit trash. Every single time I had to take a mob rule, a roll for it, I dreaded it so badly. There was that, I forget if there was ways to mitigate it. I mean, maybe knobs had boss pulls or something, but this was really, really not good. Ugh. The 8th edition codex. I really, really, really liked this one. Everything was like the Daka rule. The clans had separate features and things that you could do with them. It wasn't just a clan for color's sake. You actually played Death Skulls because you had something to gain from it. You played Bad Moons because they were better shooters. Snake Bites were tougher. Freebooters actually had something to do. It was pretty dope. I love this edition. This codex was fire. They really did some good things with this. This is even the addition of the infamous souped up shock attack gun, which I loved and ran. And then we got the new speed mob buggies, the Orktober buggies, which wasn't really Orktober, but you know, whatever. We'll let them have that pass. Yeah, man, this was a good book. I really liked this book. Here we go. Here's the abilities. This is what we're looking for. Here we go. You could roll one or both of those for here we go. That's probably the best here we go we've had. Mob rule. We had, yes, that was the one. That was the best mob rule we had. This was probably some of the best rules, period. And then we go to what we have now, which is still fire. I do like this book. It's not, some of the rules aren't as cool, but it's not as bad as it has been in the past. So we're in a good spot. Plus, recent changes have made our wall a lot better. So it helps. It helps. You know, again, we got the switch up. The mobs, they changed up a little bit, the clans. Snake Bites got a lot better. Freebooters got better. Some of this stuff took a little bit of a nerf, but nothing crazy. We got specialist mobs, custom jobs. Some of the stratagems, we lost some good key stratagems that we had that were really, really dope. But we got some new psychic powers. The relics are pretty much the same. They've lasted for a while. The relics have been, you know what I mean? Through the editions, they've kind of stayed similar. Where are we at? Right here is what we want. Here we go. That's just fine. You know, Ramshackle, which is a nice addition. This mob rule is meh. Not great. Gotta be honest. I don't even know what to... whatever. But we're here, though. And we're still in a good spot. And this is the... They reprinted the WADs better now than it says here on the page. So the redo is way better. I really like it, and it's hoping. The invulnerable saves army-wide, and the extra attacks, extra strength might be the best version of WoW. So in my humble opinion, I would say that top tier, as far as rules go, mob rule, and here we go, 8th edition codex, 100%. For the WoW though, even though an 8th was a passive ability, new codex has it.